kind of place is this? Okay. After 12 hours of crying whilst banging my head against a wall and internally screaming, I think I'm ready to talk about Omori. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I, no, no, I'm not, no! Okay, I got this. If I had to describe Omori, and, what this game did to me, I would say it left me, emotionally exhausted. Quite, quite literally. Basically, after I finished the game, I was gasping for air so much I almost started hyperventilating. Maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but it sure felt like that. You got this. Disclaimer: if you have not seen Omori, stop right now and go play it. If you can. It's a very emotionally heavy game. Heavy. So I understand if you can't. But if you can, I think it's so worth it. Playing it. Right. So I assume now though that you have. So I will continue with saying anything that comes to mind. Now without having to bother with explaining, the plot of the game. Because honestly, if I did, we'd be here for hours. Just here with me and my rough script I've made. My rough script. Whew, okay. Hi, I'm Sakupenda, a multi-genre fiction author who loves to talk about stories. Lately, after my last video, listening to Omori music and, mentioning it in that video, I've been thinking about a story lately, and honestly, if I compare it to my own writing, which I like to do with stories a lot, it's so strikingly similar. I never realized it before, but it's actually uncanny, like how similar it is in both plot beats and stuff. And I feel like talking about that story. So take a seat and hear how Omori emotionally broke me. You can do this. Emotion is a big aspect of this game. And it's, in its gameplay everywhere, honestly. The gameplay, the story, and how it even messes with the player's emotions as well. I think the game is really fantastically done. The music, from the music, the thing you're hearing right now, to the art, everything, honestly. You're just sucked in and invested in this world. You're hooked. You can't go back. And you just must see how the story ends. With that, you're not only invested, in your actions as a player, but emotionally, as a person. You feel for the story. You want its best outcome. And atmospherically, here I go talking about atmosphere again. It's top notch. Yeah. The whole game is filled with it. This thick and pervasive atmosphere, consuming, sometimes overwhelming, honestly. The music, the visuals, the way the story unfolds and how it's told, the pacing, the plot, it's all actually so amazing. It draws you in so well. It's hard to describe, again, with atmosphere and all, but, when you see it. Whether it's the fun atmosphere or terrifying, misty and hazy atmosphere, mysterious. eerie, calm, and peaceful. It's all of the above. It's all so good. And, you know, I don't think any of this could really be done well. You know, without its characters. Yeah. Character design. My favorite aspect of stories. Characters. Omori has an incredible art style, and an incredible world, and an incredible atmosphere, too. But I think it would all fall incredibly flat without its incredible characters, right? Incredible, right? Keep the spirits up. Spirits. Woo! What's going on here? Anyways, all the characters are clearly defined and, you know, feel so real. Yeah, you know, both in and out of Headspace, the dreamlike place, you know, the color and stuff, the weird and wacky things that goes on there. You know, you immediately grow to love them. Almost all continuing to play for them. Yeah, sometimes, you know, the plot can be a little bit of a drag sometimes and not really make a lot of sense, so continuing just for that can sometimes be, you know, sometimes a chore, but sometimes you're just continuing for them, honestly. You somehow, for some reason, you just continue on. And it's because you care about those characters. You know, about Kel and his carefree nature, and Aubrey and her fiery personality, and Hiro and his cooking and good looks, and Basil and his introspection, and Mari and her sisterly self and all her picnics, and Omori and his Omori. All of them. You care. All of them. To the very end. You love them all equally. I mean, you couldn't really possibly compare them and say there's a best character. And why is it Aubrey? I mean, look at her. She's cute and adorable, and she has a big pink back that whacks anyone to the moon and back. And she's headstrong and twirls when she wins and has a crush, but isn't fully absorbed into it, like, you know, most characters. And likes other people too, which is really nice. You know, it's really refreshing. And her design is so cool, too. And her fiery personality. She has the best jokes. Sit down, Kel fans! Literally the best fighter in the game. Sit down, Kel fans, I said. And is the prettiest in the game. Sit down, Hero fans! And is lovely and adorable and just the best. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. The story does a really good job at balancing both light and dark moments of the game. I think it's actually its best aspect. I didn't really talk about it in my last video, but The Promised Neverland does that well too, but honestly, I don't think it does it really as nearly as well as Omori does. The Omori does it a lot better, or at least it's baked into the plot a lot more. Again, I really do think it's the best aspect of the game. You know, how the way it ropes both, it splits the story into like Headspace and the Dream World. You know, the fun one. Sorry, Headspace or the Dream World, the fun one, and the real world, the serious one. You know, it's really masterfully opens the game up to this dichotomy of light and dark moments throughout the chapters, spending time in both worlds in each one. The Dream World is filled with lots of fantastical moments and fun things. The light moments, you can say. Though, can we really call Humphrey a light moment? Ugh. Still bothers me when thinking about it. Ugh, I don't know. Let's continue. The real world, while filled with a lot of serious moments that, in quotes forced, and I say that because I think you don't really have to interact with the real world a lot if you don't want to. But I didn't do that because I interacted with it a lot. And the real world really makes you come to terms with the reality that it is. But you still have a lot of fun and warm moments in it too, with, the various shops and jobs and stuff. Still can't believe I made the pizza one. Each site feels really unique, and you feel like you want to just spend hours in either place. Spend time. Yeah. About that. Just a feeling you get after realizing the headspace, or, the dream world, isn't real. After experiencing the real world for the first time and understanding all that trauma that's happening with the real characters and stuff, once you go back to the dream world, you feel this, this instant urge to reject it, to continue, with what's real, because, the dream world is fake. And you want to interact with what's real, and affect what's real, because affecting what's dream, it doesn't really do anything, right? But, maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Dreams are real too, in a way. But, yeah, as you're forced to go into the dream world, you're kind of like, you come to appreciate it again, because you can almost kind of like hate it after it, because like it's fake. It's not real. Everybody hates everybody here, in the real world. But in the dream world, it's fake. It's fake. But like, you come to appreciate it, and almost really wishing to stay in it forever, not wanting to go back to reality at all, because dreaming, everything is fine. Everyone is friends. No one is hurt. No one got hurt, and everyone is still here. Everyone. The dream world is so good. So why would you ever want to wake up? And you realize why Sunny's been sleeping for so long. It's because it's so good. And that's really the theme, isn't it? Be happy. Be sunny. Not sad. Sadness. You can feel it all throughout the game. Of course, it's a theme. But by the end, you realize it's also something else. Something powerful. Paralyzing. It's also fear. Feeling a little stressed out? It's another emotion that's integral to the game. The fear of confronting. Stay in your house. Don't go outside. Don't confront. Don't tell anyone what happened. Don't tell anyone how you feel. Everything will be okay. Everything is okay. You're okay. Everything's fine. Why confront it when everything's fine? When your dreams are so much better? Why make things worse by telling everyone your problems, Because you have so many problems. It's dark problems. So many dark problems. It's better, just to go back to sleep. But it's going to be okay. You have to say it. You can't keep hiding forever. Sleeping forever. And eventually, you'll have to tell someone, or else risk something else much worse. It's okay. It'll be okay. I know it's scary. It's terrifying what they might say, but it's going to be okay. You can get through this. No matter what happens, you can get through this. You've made it this far, haven't you? Whatever happens, you'll be fine. We can do this. Together. Come on, all together, guys. We got this. We got this. Clear it out. Clear it out. Need some help over here. Is every corner covered? Yep, seems so. Get rid of the golems, get rid of the golems, get rid of the golems. As fast as you can, as fast as you can. Okay. We can do this. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. Okay, maybe panic. Okay, maybe panic a bit. That was bad for morale, but we got this. Alright. Somehow we're still going strong. Keep a check of your health. Keep a check of your health. We got that real quick. Real quick. Goodness! Oh my goodness, we did it! So, knock him dead, Sonny. Swing, better, swing! Man, that was a lot. It was really hard to make that video. But, you know, it's not as perfect. I don't think it's perfect as much as I really would like it to be, but I'm fine with that. It's my perfect. It's still hard. But I'll end on something interesting. You know what really inspired me to make this video was the straight uncanny relationship my story, Alive Alive, shares with this emotional game, Omori. I mean, let's just go down the list, shall we? We're both emotional. Yeah, we both have two sides of our stories, dream and reality. A nice part 1, and a twist part 2. Focused on a small group of people who love each other in one and fully hate each other and are full of hate in the other. You know, very aggressive and sometimes dark protagonist. Secrets and lore in the story, hidden for fun. You know, both hide secrets from those they care about, the protagonists. Both end up in a life or death situation at the end. The protagonist again, yeah. You know, they both hold grief for the same reason. Similar reasons, honestly the same. What they did. I could go on, but I'll stop here. You know, it gets even crazier because I published the book, you know, Alive Alive, before I played Omori. And I never realized the similarities between them after I played Omori, you know, until literally these past few days. It's so striking, you know, and, you know, that might be because you know, the emotionally exhausting thing. Yeah, because I kind of just left the game. My story is, like, you know, nowhere near as vast and fantastical as Omori, but, you know, the similarities still hold. And I think that's just, you know, really surprising? Shocking? I don't know. But it's something, alright. I mean, I think the main difference I can think of is that we tackle our endings differently. But even with that, there's still a lot we share share a lot in common, you know. Honestly, yeah. Again, I didn't realize it a lot, and probably because I just ended the game there. So the reason why you're seeing something else other than a Omori gameplay, because I refused to play that game again. You know, it left me emotionally exhausted. So I didn't get everything, but I'm satisfied with what I got. And honestly, I'm really glad I played it. I like the game, if you couldn't tell. Safe to say, if you liked Omori, and you'll like Alive Alive, or at least you'll find something you like about it. I think that's a lot of stories, but you know what I'm saying. But that's all I have for now. I don't want to keep you all too long, so play Omori if you haven't. If you can, you know. It's heavy, but it's emotionally heavy, but I think it's really worth it, even still. And, you know, remember that the world is cruel, but life is beautiful. It's hard, I know, but you can do it. We've made it this far, haven't we? Let's both keep singing our duet together, shall we? Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Signing out. Bye-bye.